So, welcome to Jumbo IS and welcome to our lecture series called Daily MCQ Practice. In this lecture series, we cover a particular day's current affairs through a set of 4 to 5 MCQs. The idea behind this lecture series is very simple. We want you to revise your current affairs, especially for your prelims examination, which is right around the corner. And we want you to get that revision through the much needed MCQ practice because that would come in really handy for your prelims examination. So 4 to 5 MCQs covered on a daily basis would allow us to discuss more than 1200 MCQs from the topic of current affairs alone. So if you follow this lecture series regularly and consistently, you would have practiced 1200 MCQs from current affairs alone. That is more than sufficient for your prelims examination. You wouldn't have to worry about your current affairs portion while appearing for your prelims examination. So make it a daily habit of yours. Make this lecture series a daily routine of yours. Okay, let's begin today's discussion, starting with question number 1. Consider the following statements regarding National Critical Minerals Mission. It was launched under Union Budget 2024-25 to secure supply of critical minerals for India. The mission involves exploration and mining of critical minerals within India only. An expert committee of Ministry of Mines has identified a set of 30 critical minerals for India. Okay. So yes, this is true that in the Union Budget of 2024-25, we launched National Critical Minerals Mission. Now the reason for that was because critical minerals are an absolute necessity for India right now in 21st century, because most of the technology of the 21st century, whether that is green transition technology, electric vehicles, electronics, defense tech, space tech, all these things require critical minerals. So if India really wants to advance economically, scientifically, and security wise also, India requires access to these critical minerals. Okay, so to secure supply of these critical minerals, we launched this mission. Okay, so first statement is absolutely correct. Now under this mission, we will do everything under the sun to secure the supply of critical minerals. If there are some critical mineral blocks in India, we will explore and mine them. If some critical minerals are found abroad, we will basically acquire those mineral blocks abroad in Africa, Latin America. So anywhere in the world, if we find critical minerals, the job of this mission is to secure supply from those mineral blocks. Okay, so it is not confined to India only. It involves exploration and mining of critical minerals everywhere, because we need critical minerals, whether we get them from India or we get them from abroad. That's immaterial. Okay, so this statement is false because it is not India only. It involves overseas acquisition of mineral blocks as well. Now, critical minerals, what is the definition of critical minerals? Well, critical minerals are those minerals which are critical as far as a nation's economy is concerned. Okay, they are critical for a country's economy, they are critical for a country's security, and their supply is vulnerable. Their supply chains are vulnerable to disruptions. Therefore, we need to secure, since they are called critical. Now, every country has their own list of critical minerals. Okay, based on their circumstances, every country has created its own list. Japan has called 16 minerals as critical minerals. USA has a list of 31. European Union 30. Okay. Similarly, an expert committee of Ministry of Mines identified 30 minerals as critical. So this part is correct. Only 2 are correct. The answer is B. Okay. Question number 2. Which of the following countries share their coast with Red Sea? Saudi Arabia, Oman, Yemen, Egypt, Syria, Sudan. Okay. So countries that share their coast with Red Sea are Saudi, of course, Yemen, of course, Egypt, Sudan, Eritrea, and Djibouti. These are the only countries that share their coast with Red Sea. So Saudi Arabia is one of them. Oman, no. Okay, Yemen, yes. Egypt, yes. Syria, no. Sudan, yes. So 1, 3, 4, and 6. B. All right. In your notes for this lecture, a map is also shared through which you can locate which countries actually share their coastline with Red Sea. So do study that map as well. Okay. And we will quickly move on to question number 3. Consider the following statements regarding Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. As a Labour member of Viceroy's Executive Council, he introduced 8-hour workday and maternity benefits. He was completely against state-led industrialization and was a votary of industrialization through private capital. He supported nationalization of land and collectivization of agriculture through state. Okay. So look, we all know about the role of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar when it comes to social justice and working for depressed classes. Okay. We all know about his role in the framing of our constitution also. But Dr. B.R. Ambedkar also played a pivotal role in contributing towards economy of our country as well. He had an economic role as well. Okay. And this Ambedkar Jayanti, actually, we discussed that economic role through various newspapers. Okay. Ambedkar Jayanti is celebrated 14th April. Now, he was a Labour member of Viceroy's Executive Council. That means a Labour minister during the colonial rule. And while he was a Labour member of Viceroy's Executive Council, he basically confined working hours. He introduced 8-hour workday, maternity benefits, and many other things. Okay, resolution of industrial disputes. So this part is correct. Now the thing is, he was a big supporter of state-led industrialization and was not in support of industrialization through private capital. He was a supporter of government-controlled industrialization. So this statement is false. He was also in favor of nationalization of land. So there won't be any private property in rural India. Okay. And agriculture would be collectivized. State would be the owner of land in rural areas and people would be employed for farming. That is collectivized agriculture was practiced in Soviet Union. So farmers won't be the owners of their land. State would be the owner of the land, but farmers would receive wages for working. Okay. So he was a big supporter of that. Right? So the answer is 1 and 3 only. B. Question number 4. Which of the following statements are correct regarding Bombay Stock Exchange? It is the largest and oldest stock exchange of India that started in 1875. It surpassed market capitalization of 5 trillion in 2024, becoming 6th largest in the world. It started as Native Share and Stock Brokers Association in 1875 by cotton merchant Premchand Raichand. Okay. So remember, Bombay Stock Exchange recently celebrated its 150th anniversary. Okay. Remember, Bombay Stock Exchange is the oldest, not just in India, also in Asia. Okay. It is the oldest stock exchange of Asia, not just India. Right. But apart from Bombay Stock Exchange, there is this thing called National Stock Exchange as well. BSE and NSE. Now, BSE might be the oldest stock exchange, but the largest stock exchange of India is NSE. So, oldest stock exchange of India that started in 1875, this part is correct, but the largest part is false, and that is why this statement is false. Now, many companies are listed on Bombay Stock Exchange, and all the combined value of all those companies that were listed on Bombay Stock Exchange, okay, that is known as the market capitalization of Bombay Stock Exchange, crossed $5 trillion in 2024, making it the 6th largest in the world. This part is correct. Now, back in 1875, it started as Native Share and Stock Brokers Association, and was started by a cotton merchant Premchand Raichand. This part is also correct. Okay, so 2 and 3, the answer is B. And last, which of the following statements are correct regarding Red Sea? Red Sea again. It is an extension of Indian Ocean and is connected to it through Bab el Mandab Strait. Around 12 to 15% of global trade passes through Red Sea. It is one of the warmest and saltiest sea with temperatures reaching up to 41 degrees Celsius in summers. It is called Red Sea because of red algal blooms. Okay, so Red Sea. We have discussed the countries that share their coastline with Red Sea. Okay, but Red Sea is basically an inlet of Indian Ocean. It is an extension of Indian Ocean and it is separated from Indian Ocean or connected to Indian Ocean through Bab el Mandab Strait. that basically lies between, this strait lies between Yemen and Djibouti. Okay, you can look that in the map as well. Okay, it is also connected to, Red Sea is also connected to basically Mediterranean Sea, and that connection is through Suez Canal, Egypt. Okay, okay, first statement is correct. Now, Red Sea is significant because most of the trade between Europe and Asia happens through this trade route, Suez Canal route, Red Sea route. 12 to 15% of global trade passes through Red Sea, absolutely correct. Now, Red Sea is the warmest and saltiest sea in the world, though the saltiest sea in the world is Dead Sea. Okay, but it is one of the saltiest sea and warmest sea. Temperatures reach up to 41 degrees Celsius in summers. That is generally unheard of as far as water bodies are concerned. Water bodies don't become that hot, but Red Sea does. So this part is also correct. And the reason why it is called Red Sea is because cyanobacteria or algae, red bacteria actually flourishes, and you see reddish algal blooms over it. That is why it is called Red Sea. So this is also correct. All statements are correct. The answer is D. And with that, we conclude today's session. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I'm sure it has added value to your preparation. Now, please do not forget to revise this lecture, and by revision, I mean taking a look at written detailed solutions to each every MCQ discussed above. It'll hardly take 5 to 10 minutes, but this would really solidify these MCQs in your memory. Okay, now these solutions are found in our notes, and these notes are shared on our Telegram platform. The link to our Telegram channel is provided in the comment section below this video. All you have to do is just click on that link. It'll take you to our Telegram channel, and from there you can download the notes and do the necessary revision. On that note, I'd be signing off. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I promise you to see you next time with another set of MCQs. Thank you, everyone.